Um, Roblox. Let's see that chart. Ooh, you know what? Cave Bear. That's actually a great look too because oh yeah. So I think I remember charting that recently. But with that, right, with that trend line, if that trend line is valid and this is a descending triangle, we could see. I think Roblox is a $16 to $15 stock. Why is it a $20 or $30 stock? Why is it a $60 stock? Somebody give me a valid reason why that is, opposed to all the other companies. I just doesn't make sense to me. So fundamentally, short, technically starting to look short as well. But again, bilateral. So let's see it break. So many kids play it. Listen, when Pelosi announced her, I think it was like $60 or $90 strikes. When that filing came out, I was already in a position on Roblox and I doubled down. It went directly against me. I was already green. I was already making money. It went directly against me and I slapped it again. I could care less what Nancy says. She was cool last year. She's not cool anymore. We're cool. VR, yeah, but I don't know anybody who I don't know anybody who like where is their VR? Like where is the VR tech? That's my question. So I actually have Amazon on the watch list today. This is amongst a group of companies that are splitting. Yesterday I did mention that Amazon was likely going to bounce. I shoulda, woulda, coulda, but it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of change. Watch for an initial gap fill on Amazon. Could happen right at the bell. This one has an incredible gap. For me, I have a very clear target of 25.35 to the upside. This could, I don't know, but this could give us a $2,700 gap fill. Given the news and trajectory, I think that split, like that energy that you saw, may be the kind of energy that we need. And honestly, those three companies in combination can lift the market. We've seen it before with Tesla and Apple. So, are you asking to look at Amazon? That's what we're looking at right now. All her stocks are down. Yeah. Her public approval should be down. The room in her side of her jail cell should be down. Sorry. Oops. I just every time I look at any lawmaker who I know is making money off of all things, including tragedies, just it's just a harsh reminder that these people couldn't give a shit about what we think, what we do. That's not being political. That's just very clear through actions. Baba, please and thank you. Yeah, for sure. 24.50, and I will be playing Amazon. Amazon has a gap to 2,500, and I think that's where we go today if we are green. You see, your husband got a DUI. Shit, I'd get a DUI too if I was married to her. I might get him. I might get him on purpose. Honey, I'm going to go get another DUI because of you. So Baba currently sitting inside, and I talked about this one. It's currently inside of a little hourly channel, right? I like this for a potential move up for Baba into the 101s, but I'm also very aware that this could go for a gap fill down to 92. So anywhere below Baba's 95, that's downside. If it's because it closed yesterday with a wedge, 15-minute wedge. I'll show you what that looks like if you're on TikTok. So that's the 15-minute right there. Start from your highs, run to your lows, and you've got a wedge, right? So theoretically, we could see this move up above 97.50. You could add good volume, looking at the 98.30, and then potentially moving up into resistance around a 101. Yeah, that's what. Otherwise, pull back 95, 90, 94. I would get a lasso if I was married to her. I think you've been a noose. Um, yeah, Apple looks great. People piling into clone pre-result as mega gas find. This sounds interesting. I'll have to take a look at it. Okay, so Apple. So Apple, like its counterparts, is has let me also say that recovered support. That was worth mentioning as well. But this one has a very clear target above it as far as supply retest. That comes at 156.10. You did close the day with a doji, and the first immediate target. Let me not skip out this one, but the first immediate target is 152.57. But ultimately, if it's going to go and meet this lower time frame downtrend, starting from the highs, running it down here, that would directly put it at its 200-day moving average, which would be around 155.60. So that's Apple, and I mean honestly, it looks pretty good. Anywhere above that, then I mean shit, you know. I think that this is kind of like where this all like I don't want to say today is like a definitive day, but if we were to lose all the ground that we've made, that would just immediately slather the market back in market and bearish sentiment. So that's a good word, slather. Good morning, what's up? Happy June. Oh my God. Nice. Um, How is Spy looking? We just covered Spy, but I'm gonna go ahead and break off really quickly, and we're just gonna go ahead and just go over some of the top headlines. It's really important. Those of you who are new, going over the news and just getting an idea. You don't have to believe what they say, but it's good to just know what they have circulating out there. It's how I often keep track of sentiment and stuff like that. So, but if you guys were watching last night, futures tracking the Dow and the S&P edged higher after Salesforce posted a robust quarterly earnings. Excuse me. While investors awaited private jobs and factory activity data for cues on the strength of the U.S. economy, European shares slipped as weak German retail sales and slowing factory activity in the Eurozone weighed on sentiment. Japanese shares ended higher, boosted by a rally in automakers after an analyst report gave positive earnings outlook for the sector. The dollar rose and lifted by a higher treasury yields as global investors global inflation worries gripped markets. Gold prices fell, oil prices were up after the European Union leaders agreed to a partial and phased ban on Russian oil. And with that being said, Salesforce, the company, raised its full year adjusted profit forecast and said it did not see any material impact from the uncertain broader economic environment, sending the enterprise software's shares up in an extended trading. The company said on Tuesday there would be a strong demand for its software from companies looking to improve efficacies and incorporate modern day workflows, including hybrid work, despite a 4-decade long high inflation and tapering day workflows. In other news, we've got Biden to supply update from infant formula producers. Biden will convene a virtual roundtable with producers of infant formula to get updates on the industry's efforts to ramp up supplies to address the national shortage. Amazon says that it was unfairly targeted by the antitrust bill. Oh, poor Bezos. Pfizer to exit GSK's consumer health arm after spinoff. Pfizer plans to exit its 32 stake in Haleon, a company health joint venture with British drug maker GSK. Did the Tesla split already happen? No. Do I ever trade S&P futures? No. Um, no. No. Is this the pre-market colors? What does that even mean? Are you talking about pre? No, that is the heat map. Heat map. Um. Anyway, so we've got let's see here. That article is not even worth reading. Well, that seems like it's about it. We did get some price target upgrades and downgrades. We got Amberella. Shout out Rihanna. Jeffries cut target price from 122 from 136, saying China lockdowns and supply disruptions will weigh on the company's Q2 results. Eli Lilly got a price target raised by JP Morgan to 355 from 340 to reflect a higher outlook on the company's drugs for tackling obesity and diabetes. HP got a price target raise from Cowen and Company, $38 from 34. And Salesforce, they actually got a price target cut to 250 from 330, citing FX headwinds and tightening business cycles. So, um, yeah, just going over the pre-market. If you guys are on, you're gonna lose so much on stocks, on so many stocks. What? Oh, I was like, whoa, is that the news? I thought, is that your wife, Rolly? No, you're good, dude. She sounded like like a news lady. Like I heard hurricane coming. I was like, whoa, do we got the news incorporated here? This is sick. um, Wind Moon. um, but that's about it. We do have some economic events to keep our eyes peeled on. So for today, we've got ADP national employment that's already came out. S&P global manufacturing PMI, construction spending month over month, ISM manufacturing PMI, prices paid, employment index, and new orders index. All at 10 o'clock. Jolt's job openings at 10 o'clock. Texas service sector outlook also at 10:30, and Dallas Fed services revenue as well, 10:30. So those are all things to look out for. A metric ass ton of shareholder meetings today. And also, members of the K-pop band BTS visit the White House. That's a real headline, by the way. And there's the picture of it. Yeah, there you go. There's a picture of it. If anybody wants to see it. I ain't lying. That was in the headline about stocks. There it is. The boys. I don't know. Probably because they all have the same haircuts. Takes a lot of courage to do that. I'm just kidding. Those guys, they probably got cool music. Um, yeah, BTS. I'm down, Wooly. Sounds a little. Soju needs White House approval to become a national drink. um, it's complete unity as a band. Yeah, I guess it is. It's true. All right, so watch list for today. Got a couple of random ones somewhere. There it is. On the notepad that I threw on the ground. So first one, and this is one that I think that small accounts might be able to look into. Victoria's Secrets. So they had earnings. That's great. They also got targets the up and the downside. I'm thinking that there's a gap to get filled right around the point of control, $50. So I'm looking at a potential $50 strike. It did run up, and a lot of the times with that massive gap, you're not going to see immediate downside. So I'm got alerts set on it, and anywhere above 46.50. It might present itself as a play, but you'll notice that if you zoom out, this one has a really beautiful channel, y'all. And that channel top is around $56.65, which lines up perfectly with this zone. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I have no idea who BTS is. Buy them stocks. That sounds like a good acronym for me. I like that. Buy them stocks. That's what's up. No idea. Not even a little bit of a clue. Anyway, so I got Victoria's Secrets kind of on the watch list off to the side. Had earnings, so I'm expecting a little bit of volatility. I would say that 47.75 is a decent entry looking for that long, but I need to see a good candle close. So it may be that I take this position at the end of the day rather than the beginning of the day. So I've met Paula Dean. I waited on Paula Dean on her table. If anybody knows who that lady is. 9 years ago, I used to work near her restaurant in Savannah, and I waited on her table. And just so you know, she has no accent. Okay, that Southern accent is completely fake, 100% fake. And she smokes more misties than I thought humanly possible. I've never seen anybody inhale that much. The Potter, master of all trades. I have done a lot of shit. All right, when your parents just kind of give you the old boot, just gotta wing it. Sometimes you have to go wait on Paula Dean. It's all right. I got to thank Paula Dean because without her, I would have been here. Yeah, Misties, right? Virginia Slims. Are they the same thing? I just call them Misties. Are they still called Paula Mommy? That lady's weird. All right, next. So Netflix, dude, her son. I met that man in the middle of his cocaine uh thing that he went through. I was like, damn, damn, damn. Y'all do need this Southern cooking show. You had to survive. Story of my life. Yeah, exactly. I just took any job, man. I'm not even. I don't have to lie now. So, I lied on all of my applications. I mean, when you have no experience, no like, that nobody's gonna give you a job. So people are like, yeah, you know how to run a bandsaw? Sure. I'm going on YouTube immediately. How to run bandsaw. His cocaine thing went through. He was a lot of fun. I didn't really like interact with him like that, but he was one of those guys who, like, if he saw you smile or even maybe do a little jig for one moment while he was intoxicated, he was going to swarm you, and amp everything up. So hug you, touch you. Well, that's okay. That sounds a little sus. Anyway, Russia or Ukraine? That's not a question I'm answering. What the fuck? Uh, she got in trouble for racist comments. Well, that's not a surprise. Paula Dean is she's a little suspect. She's kind of a mean lady. If you, hopefully she doesn't sue me, but she's a mean lady. She's not super nice. All right. Anyway, so next on the watch list is Netflix. So Netflix either has a bear flag in which it will continue to dump, and that will likely happen today. Watch Netflix below 188. That's money. That's money, dude. So watch that one. Targets are going to be 175. We're not going to look to like take it down into here, but on the contrary, we're looking at 203.50, and I'm possibly looking for a move up into the 230s, 235. So, what racist comments? Paula Dean. If you guys are on TikTok, make sure to tap the screen. Probably shouldn't. Do I trade indices? No, I don't. Did Paula ask for more butter on her food? No. No, she put a lot of salt on it though. Um, Real quick. One time I was called to do a service job at her restaurant to fix her pipes. Oh, why is everything I sound so weird today? To fix there was a clog in like the kitchen pipe. I'm trying not to, but so anyway, I shut the water off and I capped something and then I shut the water back or turned the water back on and totally forgot that I had done that. Like I spaced and blew her kitchen up. So all that water just is great. I was not responsible, but I did lose my job, which was fine because I just found a new one. All right, so next one on the watch list is it was butter that ran through Paula Deen's pipes. That's what it was. I was telling people about the time that I worked for Paula Deen, and Or not work for Paula Deen. Sorry, I waited on Paula Deen. I guess I worked for her once, but when I did the plumbing job. But yeah, I was running a motor grader one time because I lied on my app and the application I tried to learn on YouTube and got fired 3 days into it. That's pretty funny. I didn't get fired. I just said that I forgot, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just brush you up." But they were like, "Can you run a kick toe?" Basically, like it's for like baseboards. You run it along the baseboards so that way you can run flooring underneath it, and it just knocks the fucking baseboards down. Like, and it's a dangerous tool. And about 30 seconds into running that fucker, I almost took out my coworkers. So that's when I stopped lying on the construction applications. I was like, yeah, this shit's gonna hurt me. What's my TV username? It is a uh, it is a Simple Stacks. So anyway, so I'm gonna be watching Apple as well today. This one 200-day moving average. It was rejecting this one yesterday, but can possibly set up for the inverse Head and Shoulders that we've been talking about over and over again. So Apple is right here. This is the setup that it's currently residing in little channel. So watch for Apple to pull back today to around 145, perhaps, and then move up back into the 153s or resistance. So I think we might see a little bit of a red to green again. We'll see. Just to state it simply, above 150, 170 would be my upside. But at the moment, I would say for scalpers, day traders, 147.80 and into the 147 break, you could play Apple down to the 146, 145 level. So, I think good weather affects stocks? Give me like 30 minutes to answer that. Um, all right. Well, that's about it for me. I do have, you guys know the deal. I've got Facebook, Nvidia, all on the watch list, just kind of on the side. Baba, as long as as well as JD. JD's got a pretty interesting setup as well. And then last one, Amazon. So Amazon with the split, it did push up. It does have a gap at $2,500, and Amazon loves gaps. It loves them. It's like it eats them. I went back and even looked. Amazon likes gaps. So Amazon at 25.20. I don't think today, maybe today, but I think within the next couple of days, that is a possibility given the market. So, but other than that, that's about it. So, yeah. By the way, sorry I keep coughing. I have no idea why I keep coughing so much. Did you do any lawn care recently? No, I think because the thing is that so normally my birds sleep in the laundry, or my bottom ice maker. So they've been in my office, and anytime I take them out, I have to spray for being in my office. I think that's the reason. That whole sentence was interesting. Yeah, you should probably not spray that inside, maybe. Like I open like anytime if you're in the office, I always have a fresh air. I don't know if you've heard about that. You just open something and you let fresh air come in, like with the return of the AC. So it's mixing that fresh air constant into the AC. I've always done this. Fresh air is the best thing to ever do in your house. It's a commercial, but if you could put that in your house, yeah, love that good Miami thickness. That's the air. All right. Well, I'll hand it over to you going to Amazon. Yeah, I like. Dude, that shit has a crazy gap, dude. Please don't spam the chat. I'm not gonna. I'm going over my watch list and stuff like that. What gap do you have? My gap begins at 26.15. Is that earnings gap? Go to the hourly, my boy. Look at this perfect little juicy gap here. Yeah, that's a thing. Sorry, I took my medicine this morning. Yeah. Yep, Cinco de Mayo. HD has a lower time frame head and shoulders. Watch HD below 301 to pull back to 299.70. There you go. Sorry, Manny. Uh, what is this fresh air? Actually, you can buy fresh air online. If anybody here is in Canada or in a mountain range right now, I needed to speak to you about a business that we're going to be opening up in China, selling fresh air. Buy? No, you can it. You just can it. You just go into a beautiful mountain range and you can that air, and they literally have a face mask on a can. You put the can over your face and spritz it, and it's for people who live in like heavily polluted. Uh, what the fuck? He lives in New York, or in he lives in Oh, he doesn't need to buy air. He needs to can it. Iceland has that. It's freaking famous in Iceland. What? Canada Air? Canned air? Yeah, get it out, dude. I'm in Canada. The air is amazing here. Nice. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do? If you want to be part of Simple Stacks, it's gonna be 100 cans a month, shipped to my address from your location, directly to the consumer. Here in Portugal, they sell holy air and soil of Fatimama, where Jesus' mother appeared. Okay, that's lit. That's capitalism. Capitalism breeds ingenuity. All right. What? Are you kid? Is that real? That's not real. That's not real. No, that's not true. No, there are terpenes inside of anything. No, it's terpenes. There's certain terpenes inside of every plant that can be bronchial dilators and cause yeah. Stop doing drugs, Manny. I'm just Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry about that. Bail on my upstart Rivian short calls and roll into Google calls. Oh man, I don't know about that. Yeah. Someone said bail on my upstart and Rivian shortfalls and roll into Google calls. I mean, Google and Amazon are gonna be hot. Period. Amazon's been waiting for this split. Yeah, okay, real quick. People literally during Tesla and Apple's split were simply theorizing that Apple or Amazon might split. And you know what it did to the stock? It literally sent it up for 2 weeks. Just someone was like, "Yeah, Amazon would be a great contender to split," and people were like, "It's gonna split." So people have been waiting for this for a minute. Citron short, DK&G unusual whales. Yeah, DK&G is a poo poo. They've been short on them forever. That is yeah.
right? Because you guys didn't know that Taylor Swift, you could see contracts that were bought, the highest contracts and everything. This is how me and Garrett actually we knew about the VIX back then. When VIX would start rising, you would see people buying VIX. But then you have a guy that, oh my God, Amazon exploded, and then he goes, oh, our flow caught it, dude. Why didn't you say it before? Why didn't you say, oh, Amazon might explode? Check out the flow that came in.
That's because so much other flow came in that you can't you can't pick from the lot and say this is the one that hits. You know, you have to wait for it to hit and then be like, yeah, hit, look at it go. Like I think I it's a tool. It's a tool, and nonetheless, when I look at flow and I'm already in a position where I see a setup and I go and I look at okay, what's the flow looking like? Where's it? You know, that literally is like where I'm like, okay, cool, that's useful. But if it's just like a random call, like I think we mentioned, yeah, that's the only because like it's useful to me to know where people's money is going, but also can I think that in combination with Max Payne, in my mind, like it's almost like you can feel out like where they want people out. You know what I mean? Like or where they're gonna chop things around and stuff like that. So and a lot of that flow that comes in like is only just if you, okay, so if Max Payne theory is real and most institutions and stuff are selling premiums, you don't think they're going to target somebody who just dropped, you know, a riggedy rack on something like that? So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So you guys, yeah, I use flow.
He, Garrett, I think Roddy would be on the road, Justin would be on. I think everybody, after everybody. We don't want to be on that. We'll be trading, and then they were trading after, right? And then we're there. We're like, yo, okay, we're in after. And out of nowhere, you start hearing flow on the AAPL, AAPL, and out of nowhere, you hear the little AI stop. That's when it's good because we're already in. Yeah. That's when you hear the flow, when you hear the AI sound, that's when you take the position.
Yeah, if you're using flow, you're essentially agreeing to take the position after somebody smarter than you did it. You know, so like,
exactly. And remember, flow is delayed. Flow is not real time.
yeah, that's illegal. Well, not illegal, but you know,
Shit, I didn't even write a market analysis today. I don't really think I need to, right? Like, there's nothing important happening. Amazon stock split in 2 days. I think everybody knows this already. You look at Tesla, they had a choppy day yesterday. You look at Apple, you look at Nvidia. All of those three had choppy days. And then you look at Amazon and has a trend that we can possibly look for a bounce, a trend that we can assume is going to give us a opening bounce, right? That's the only stock I like. I don't like anything else. Everything else is a downtrend. That's it.
important things to remember too with that is if you are listening to Manny in the morning, or he's online, or he gets into Amazon, and you're not a scalper, that's not for you.
By the time you find your contract, I'm selling.
Yeah, by the time, like literally, and we try and reiterate this, and we'll do it again. But having hotkeys, by the time you've Googled or you've looked up the ticker and you're clicking on the option chain, Manny's already in and looking at an exit, you know, or out, you know. So like it's scalping, like that's one of those things where if you invest in the tools to make it easier on yourself, like definitely hotkeys saved me. Because I was probably about to give up on scalping at some point because it was like, fuck, like I missed it. And that was like constantly my life, you know, it was like I missed it. And then I was like, well, I need faster shit, I guess. So if you're scalping, either get in before it goes
There's a strength of watch.
delete Robinhood.
This is more Apple. I don't know Apple. Nah, leave.
I feel like my neighbors think that I watch them sometimes because like when I'm talking, I stand up in front of my desk, which is also me standing in like the front of my windows, and they just look over here a lot. I just wonder. They're
My
like,
thing. You guys want that? Because I know somebody probably wondered why do I place this out the most price? Shit, Amazon or Tesla. Why not in the money? When you scalp these contracts, there's no such thing as double scalp. And let me just put it to you easier. Amazon's Delta for that 2600 is $8. $8. Like $8. That's not what we're scalping for. We're scalping for the IV that those contracts are gonna get when Amazon starts moving. The premium jump that they're gonna get. That's how I scalp Amazon and Tesla. I do not scalp these two high beta names for gas. Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, all those other shitty tickers, I scalp them for gas because that's the only way they pay. Tesla, Amazon, no reason for me to scalp for gas. Everybody with me so far? I'm not gonna buy one contract out for money. That's not how I trade. I'm gonna buy 5 or 10. So we're understood that part of why I have this $2,600 strike. That $2,600 strike. Let's say it opens at 5,600. I buy 5 of them. That's a 3K, 2.5K risk. I can easily clear about $600, $700, $800 out of that trade if Amazon makes a 10-point move. And it's all with IV, it's with everything. Weekly, I trade weekly. I scalp them. I don't hold them, so I could trade weekly. I like that for the t-shirt.
Really quick. I so going forward from today, I'm gonna be a little bit more strict about like days, like trading days, as far as like whether or not I'm gonna be sticking around. If these days like yesterday happen, like my trading strategy for the most part, I don't do a lot of scalping. Like that's not ever been like my first trade. So I'm like more or less looking to take like a day trade. So if those opportunities don't open up, then I won't trade because I think it's just a bad example to be on live, and to be, obviously answering questions, for you guys, but more or less like, it's just, and that's for my risk management as well. It's just like in areas of these consolidation, or those days like yesterday where we don't find ourselves making any sort of direction and sitting in front of the desk for way too long. Those are the days that I kind of want to inspire people to walk away because that is, I was talking with somebody last night and they were just mentioning how walking away was one of the things that saved them. Knowing when to trade and then also not treating the market as like, like just having it there. So like, if they have a free week, then they take advantage of it. If they're busy, they don't, and so like, that's kind of what I'm trying to hammer there. So as long as we're moving well, nothing changes, but those choppy days that we see or those no direction days by 10:30, 11 o'clock, as per usual. So thoughts on Elon's comment about ECG and work from home? Um, I don't really. To be honest with you, I don't even remember what his quote was.
By the way, I've never probably get off my side. I should have a start. I have to pick up the first on the whole lot. That's why I've been able to do. But yeah, that's a little bit. Ah,
Remember eBay, Manny?
yeah,
I saw that. You know that I actually went back and eBay actually went up like pretty high. Yeah, but it also went up in the worst uptrend of all time. Like
I swung the shit 2 days and did nothing. It was red. The last day it gapped. It was up like 200, $300. And Garrett goes, man, you're out loud. Hold it. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I saw my days go from green to red. And I think that was like the PTSD in my brain that never swing trade again. 100%, I think it was that.
possibly you were scarred. Um, I just I just think about it. I just don't think about you know what it is to me? It's like the kid the experiment with the kids and the marshmallows about like gratification. It's like, if it might not right, like Roblox like is one of those like perfect examples. Like, like it went green, sure, like, but that's not where my target was, and like I still saw very clearly that there was more downside to be had, and with that, like yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where that it's not going to be a straight line, and it's almost like what. So it's almost like to the way that I think about it is like it's almost like watching the 15-minute or like any other time frame, but in the slowest motion of all time. So like nothing goes down straight, like nothing goes up straight. There's always days where it pulls back, and those days can, especially right when you enter, can completely wipe your contract out. For me, when I take a trade, a swing trade, it either goes to zero or it doesn't go. I take the trade based on like what I think is going to be extended movement. If I'm unsure, then maybe I hedge a little bit more. But I always just look at it as like almost like an anchor, where as long as it doesn't go back or go to my entry, or even if it does and it doesn't or it goes and retests supply or something like that, as long as I can still see clearly on the chart what's going on, I'll usually hold my position, because it's all in trend. So I mean, if you think about like Dollar Tree or something like that, like where I was like short on Dollar Tree for a year. I think I was short on Dollar Tree for forever, and then ended up taking a position like 6 months later. So like I could have already held that, and it did end up going down over time, but I could have just taken a position and held it. So I don't know. I'm nuts. I'm just kidding. Swing traders got to have a screw or two loose. Isn't that right, Rolly? Me and you. I'm just kidding. Scalpers too. I don't know what I'm talking about. Um, people who worked from home were fake working. Dude, I mean that's probably true. Yeah, there's people who like there's a coder who literally like his job was totally automatable, and so he got a job work from home, and he automated his entire job. He literally didn't do. He just got another job, and he started working two jobs, but he wasn't working two jobs. He was working one job because the other job was completely automated. So best of luck. No, I'm trading today. I'm just saying that if I don't see the move that I want, that um
The goal is be at my desk by 10 a.m. and if there's no trades, don't take a single.
yep, it's that easy. And yeah, I'll set lots of. I already have a lot of alerts set, so Facebook over 197.40. So we got 10 minutes. If I don't see anything by 7, I'm outie. Oh, you're halfway across the planet. He's in LA. Just assume. His name's Brian Armstrong. I think he's in LA. Yeah, he lives in Woodland Hills. Tesla's been getting hate on for years because they don't feed into the MSN ad scheme. Yeah. I also just I think that Elon's completely dissociated from what it means to be a normal human being. I think in order to pursue that kind of work, you might have to, but uh, yeah, I don't really think he knows what's really going on the ground level of everything. I think that uh, no, I just
Essentially pull back at the open, right? Yeah, so I'm looking for Amazon to potentially pull back at the open, and I'm gonna look for levels like I'm gonna look for the 2420 level, and then I'm gonna look for the 2400 level for possible bounces. I'm gonna look at the level two, and I'm gonna see if bids are holding those levels as they come down. If Amazon does not pull back at the open, wait for Amazon to give me a 5 minute close, and I will see if it's worth buying a 5 minute dip for a small scalp, or if I just don't trade it at all. But ideally, the safest trade is over 24.40. I think now it's like 24.45 or some shit. It's pre-market. And the reason why is because that's the entry over highs. So price action, you know how it builds, that's a perfect entry. But again, it already depends on how the market opens, how we'll see everything moving.
I think it's also important to mention too. We're up against supply. For me anyway, we're like right there on daily charts. Last night we looked at the monthlies everywhere. So again, this could be interesting waters here. I unloaded my SpaceX after he said if I disappear tweet.
I was trying to upload SpaceX private equities to me. And then I think a couple days after, Elon said the company may go bankrupt if they don't launch that rocket. Elon, back for that.
Yeah, but my doctor says that I do. So I mean, like I don't know. Is that I mean, I guess I at a varying differentiate.
That I already got.
Oh, on Amazon? Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, I want a Amazon. I want a Bezos snack. Oh, dude, there's a new sound. You know the Jeffrey Bezos song. That same guy released like the outtakes, and there's another one, dude. It is so funny. It's nothing more than like a mantra. It's like Jeffrey Bezos, like just over like and like. I was like I got so many content ideas for that. Especially if Amazon still dumps after the split. As someone who got recently got into a fight with Tesla service and their response was that the remote employee was who was monitoring their chat system wasn't keeping up. I agree with Elon. He may be talking about his own personal company, but if there is room for people to not do their work and get away with certain things, I'm sure that that's not likely taken advantage of. So I just think that's a blanket statement.
I think I've been and I'm driving right now. My battery's starting to get stuff. Like the Tesla cover it or depends on the bill. I love Neo's battery technology. And the battery swap shit, dude, that is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, yo, sorry. Real quick, small accounts. Victoria's Secret's below 44.50 is probably money to the downside. I think this one might end up dumping. So I might end up taking Victoria's Secret's uh not at the bell, but close to. I'm gonna go look at the contracts really quick. Damn, they only have June 16th or June 17th. Damn. I'll let you guys know. 5 minutes to start off of QT. Fed's going to be dumping bags like crazy. Remember? Wait, 5 minute. 5 minutes to start of.
I think overestimate. Like I'm really think that oh, do you guys really think they're gonna start studying now? If you're not physically looking at the balance sheet, there you go.
Early entry on Apple could be 149.50 to the downside. If you're looking to play that, but also remember Amazon could lift the market. So
Yeah, I feel like people think that studying takes place just like right now they think the start. Oh my god,
let me answer it, Manny.
no, bro, get out of the money.
Oh, let me answer it. I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, let me restart the stream. Every day that I go over the news, everybody just leaves immediately. Like, nope. I think I did. Sorry, I wasn't reading the comments here. For about a year and a half, Gatlin. Did I call into Kramer? Garrett from Oregon? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I used to be Garrett from Oregon. No, I'm not. Thank God. That place is depression. No, it was a depressing place to have a pandemic in. I can tell you that. Number one, not not awesome. Especially when the whole, I think like half the state set on fire. That was also sweet. Had to evacuate. Should have tapped your screen if you guys are on TikTok.
I have sometimes the best times and other times I have the worst. But this guy, after that argument that we had over the phone, and I told him, bro, go to the site. You want to talk like a man, go to the site. He's calmed down a lot. I don't know why older people actually want to like yell at me over the phone, bro.
It
This is
feels
not 16.
feels good, dude. I mean, that's why I yell at you.
Yeah, but
As soon as I, yeah, but you haven't noticed since I've turned the last 2 weeks. You know, since I turned 30, dude, I can't help myself.
yeah, they started. You started. That's already started.
That no, you will not. Listen, when you guys see me in a sports car, if you see me in a sports car, all right, ask me for $1,000 cash on the spot because I'll. Manny's just. Oh God. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I just like crying when they yell at me. Nah, I can't do that. That's yours. It looks soft. Bro, I had a guy once, a client actually. He like raised his voice at me in person. I kid you not, with the most calmest tone ever. I told this guy, bro, not even like that. Yes. So who the fuck do you think? Oh, you're kind of done this being younger. Jared, why are your fake profiles responding to me on TikTok?
Those are my little they're my little they're like my little minions. That's how I make all my money. Bitcoin scams. Yo, right now, I still think there is downside. Yeah, I think we could see a red day, but I don't care what I think. I'm just gonna play what the market says. Apple below 48.25 is definitely red.
All right, guys, big.
All right, we're
Yeah,
opening.
the ball for Tracy is sometimes about a break.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the trade. Yeah. Open up. Open sesame. Oh, brokers just don't want to do it. Trying to get into a Victoria's Secrets put right now off the rip, but the spreads are stupid, so never mind. Nope.
Tracy's going half, and I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Holy shit.
Not seen this type of level two on Amazon in easily a long time.
The June Amazon call is the only one that I'm probably gonna take today, guys, and I'm thinking I might hit the I haven't looked at June 17th, but $2,700 strike is likely where I'm gonna take my position and I'm gonna hold it. So
Yeah, they're not
I'm
yeah,
just, I'm just slapping into it, Manny.
five. And the bid was at 760, and they jacked it at 820, and it didn't still. Nah, fuck that, dude. Unless they share my shit that.
2470.
We're targeting around for some reason, you got this 2465.
Oh
We're
yeah.
targeting coming up.
So I just gave 2470. He gave 2465. So if you're scalping Amazon right now, but damn it, that's dope.
Yeah, there you go. Target hit, target one. Trim your profits. Be greedy now.
SPY's moving to resistance first off the gap. Straight up to resistance right now. Resistance for SPY is 416.50 at the moment. I'm not taking anything until SPY hits that and breaks it. 416. Any upside positions have to be taken after SPY goes to 416.50. Q is running up the resistance as well. Victoria's Secret's rebounded and the spreads are stupid. Dude, I'm having a hard time even clicking on the chain for Amazon right now, which is rare.
What?
That was definitely a scalper's delight if you were able to get filled, but if not, that
Copies.
Manny, do you know where that wick just stopped? You want to know where that wick just stopped? 2468.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Oh.
Basically, we were $1 off. Not even. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a literal $1,000 stock. So if you just scalp that up, that's money. That's money, dude. Apple has 150, 150 to the upside if anybody's playing that.
Next target is 2480. That's the negative 27.
There it is, 2470 just got tapped. We're at 2470 right now. Look at that. Manny! Damn. Look at the wall right there. There we go.
Bro, if I put out that market maker, I was just giving my bid.
It happens. It happens. It
Yeah.
sucks. Apple over 150 for breakouts. You certainly could take it. I see 150 as a fake out.
US 30 saying a dub. SPY's second. Qs are leading.
Turtlicious, are you out here? Oh, if you took Amazon on the swing yesterday, that's money, dude. I love that guy.
Oh, nice.
Good God. Amazon in the money strikes for June 17th are like $100,000.
I'm gonna watch Tesla. I want to see if there's still strength in this impulsive move up. I'm gonna see if it dips into 762 or 760 more or less. Or see if bids hold that level.
Haven't taken anything, anybody? As you can see, Amazon is literally rejecting our levels. Perfect. Um, as it pulls back, watch for the gap fill. Watch for this to flush down and go back down to 2427. If they sink it. Zoom is launching out of a wedge. I'm not in anything. Nope. Nothing. Just waiting. Black hole investing, dude. You've been on a streak, dude. Oh, dude, I wasn't gonna no, Turtlicious, I was gonna ask you about Bank of America. If you're looking at Bank of America right now. It's rejecting the top of the channel, dude. There's not much else here. Huh?
All right.
Is that your brokerage? That's right. I forgot that those are Bank of America should go back to 36 60 here.
Forget it. It's a chemical. They're not sending me against the money I have here. They're not sending me for option.
Why?
Yeah, it's too dangerous.
They've done that to me before. It was really annoying.
By the way, you ever think about broker stuff? And my order gets rejected? Listen.
I love it. All right, Amazon broke that 2470. Fuck. I just I'm looking at the 2700 still. Obviously, this is a lot of money, so if you can't grab it, it's for June 17th. It's a $2,700 strike. You could even go with a $3,000 strike, but all right, Qs are here. Qs are at resistance.
It does. It's building perfectly. Oh,
Tesla looks good right now.
no, but I mean, I wanted that 760 big for the 760. Found 762.
Tesla looks weird. There's Apple. I'm waiting, y'all. I want to see if we hold this break. Chart showed what has happened, not where it's going. Yes, we use that data to look at how certain stocks respond to certain price levels, areas. Um, we repeat ourselves constantly. You can see it on the chart. Humans don't respond much different over time.
Oh, beautiful trade. By the way, I was on take me through, which was the negative 27. So straight up congrats on that.
Yeah, I got a $2,700 strike. I'm looking at something a little bit sooner because if you're grabbing that with me, or if you grabbed that with me, we're in the gap already. That's to 2,500. So I'm probably going to add a weekly or something like that to this. But I don't know if it's going to hold it today. So $2,700. I'm actually watching Zoom as well to the downside for this candle on the 5 minute to engulf. And this one might end up being a short play too. So how long do I think this bear rally last? Not much longer, but
What is disgusting. Look at the difference in that body count. This second 5 minute of spike. Look at that body bar. That is disgusting, dude. What the hell?
the only thing that I see right now holding up for me is Facebook. It looks like it's holding up a little bit, and Nvidia is holding its break. But because the Nvidia over 190 looks good to move to 192. If anybody's looking at an entry and exit, I'll leave this chart up. Um, I might take it with you actually.
Remember, guys, don't try to bid on Amazon. Just need this shit. God, I'm still mad about that. I'm trying to get over that. For a couple days.
Baba is dumping like that. 95 below 95 could be a decent entry. You could scale into something like this now, but the buying pressure right now on Amazon is heavy, but they are trying to push it down. There is selling that is happening right now. I would not be surprised if Amazon, because look at the way these candles are closing. I would not be surprised if Amazon just faded. And I'm actually looking at grabbing those weeklies now. So the ones that I was talking about,
You know what happens?
I have a interesting. It's also
How would you put it?
so check out. Look at this little channel I'm posting in the chat.
Crazy higher than that.
It's confluences, baby. It's how I trade.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Wow, dude.
Isn't that amazing?
It's holding it and the channel.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking go back to 2430. And I just grabbed that long, which is long, so I'm about to grab that. I'm about to possibly take a short if my
But splitting group 6, 20 to 1. Bro, we're never gonna be able to trade Amazon again.
10 years.
It's gonna be like horrible to trade.
That bull market that we just saw, we may never see that shit again.
That's something.
All right, nobody has to enter this with me, but I'm grabbing a $2,300 put on Amazon. I already have a long on it with a great expiration, and so probably gonna grab that now. Um, again, if you're not in that same position, I wouldn't advise doing that. Watch, yeah, Baba is dumping 100%. Scott is moving into this gap, especially below 94.90. This is the closest level that you have below you for BABA, and that's where you've just bounced, literally on the dot. So I would need to see a candle close there, and then you've got 94.50. I would. Hold on.
Once we get that close, wait for the second 5 minutes, which will probably give you a dip, right? And if, for example, if you want to look at this on a 15-minute, you're gonna current candles, right? This is your first 15. So right now you're gonna get a 15 that's gonna close above those highs, right?
Yeah, I
The
wouldn't.
next go ahead.
I was gonna say I wouldn't touch Snapchat unless it gets above 1475. Period. What is happening right now is you've consolidated below supply. It was not even strong enough to do that, or like hold up. And so above 1475, it would be in that supply zone, and you could see a $15 snap like easy. But
Uh,
got you. Okay, that makes sense.
so it's a couple of cents. It's just an algorithm pulse. So
It's gonna be a good stand. Hold on one second. If he gets a good entry though.
yeah, be careful with that issue. Is what we're sort of trying to say. You know, you have an answer supply of both. Same way Tesla has demand in the bottom and Nvidia and Amazon, well, Snap has it above, so it's tight.
Bank of America is just simply retesting the same level that it broke. That is, Bank of America looks as if it's probably going to fade out down into the 3670s. So,
Bro, the amount of unknown exchanges on the tape of Tesla is actually a little bit scary.
hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah.
If you're in the Amazon put, right, that's a hedge for so 20 this wick fill essentially that long is printing, so or just off of that, but
Scary. The big boys. They want to play.
oh my God.
And those are bids.
Yeah,
But look at how the order got routed though. Look.
I see it.
He routed it through the NASDAQ, through the EDGX, and then through two unknown exchanges.
Sketchy.
1, 2, 3, yeah, 6,200 shares is what he wanted to buy on the bids. More actually, no, 7,600.
Hey.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder if they let that impulse move up and now they're gonna crush buying sentiment. I may end up taking a Zoom short, but it hasn't given me the setup yet. Baba just bounced perfectly. Like I perfect. So it's still holding. Baba above 96.75, and you've got nothing but blue skies for the most part if the market moves up. But right now the market is struggling, and SPY is going to fill that gap like we thought. 414 is currently the target right now, and support is around 413.
All right, I'm on this. I'm gonna keep running.
No, that's fine, man. I would surprise you. I'm surprised you here this long, dude. With today's price action. You too, man. Love you too. Bye bye. I do love you, Manny. No. God dang it. It always ruins everything. I love you too, Kenny. Oh, I thought you talked. I'm just kidding. Uh, I'm just kidding. I love you, Dr. Spy. That's how I love you, but not loving you. Um, Amazon's looking like it did yesterday, where it's just slowly creeping. Snow is up against downtrend right now. Snow above 136.17, and you could see a leg up from there, but otherwise you're up against your downtrend at this moment. If you guys be patient right now, all right? If you feel like some antiness or anything like that, like don't do that. Just take a deep breath. It's especially if you're day trading, listening to scalpers it's interesting, but they're in and out of positions makes you feel like you're missing something. You're not a scalper. That's not who you are. So you need to be making sure that you're looking for your setups. I think SPY is going to fill the gap. And what you're seeing right now is Amazon is holding a divergence from that pullback openly. And I imagine that Google is too. Hey, Turtlicious, if you want to let me know when you get into Snap, dude, I can. That's what I'm here for. So let me know. I would honestly, you could set 1450 stop. If it goes back underneath that, where it's red, and you could start scaling into something. I don't know what you're looking at. Weeklies, they're not your friend. Based on this channel, you could go maybe even next week. Look at the 16. Set up a little spread. So, can I throw like 20 on Amazon on Robinhood? Don't do that. Oh, you mean like buy? I thought you meant like trade it. All right, I'm gonna cut that put on Amazon here. I'm out. I took a little loss on that one. I've already made it back with the call, so I'm good. I gotta get a better average now, so I can deal with it. Put sweeps coming in for Amazon weeklies right as I'm about to exit. All right, maybe I'll hold on to it. No, no, I'll let it fill the gap. At 2,500 because it could pull back there, but no, I'm not gonna let that. Kenny suddenly became a 15-year-old COD kid. That's funny. Um, Baba's bundled up. Watch Baba. Facebook's struggling. Everything is so right now. What I'm seeing is stocks trying to hold up. Facebook could be a really good put play, y'all. Really good put play. If we do end up fading today, because right now, I mean, you could call this a divergence. The ETFs are falling right now. SPY is looking to go back to 413.17. Like a partial share, or should I wait for when they split? Ask yourself, man, like what's that? What is your reasoning? What's the point of it? Are you going to make anything off of it? Is it a starter and what you believe is going to be your long term? Like, what's the thought process on that? Because I mean, like, it feels cool, like, but is it going to be a good setup? So, or is it still a long play for you? I mean, Amazon doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but there are a lot of delicate chains that can really disrupt them. And I mean, there's also just the workers unions. Man, I've spent It's funny because I've only taken one trade today, which not it is swing probably a swing trade in a VSCO put here. How's the premiums? Are they straightening back up again? Um, fuck. Hold on, let me see. I'm having trouble with my brokerage today again. Okay, those are insane. How? How are you in? What are you in? Are you Turtlicious? What are you going to make off of that $20 on Amazon? That realistically, that I feel like that there's no point in that. I feel like there's probably more FOMO, a fear of missing out on what could be a great thing, but you got to have a reason, man. And if it's not going to make you money, or if it's not a part of your long-term portfolio, then I wouldn't consider buying a very small fractional share of Amazon, unless you plan on doing something with it. So Baba wicked inside of its channel. Yeah, that put flow came in for Amazon, so I still got it. Remember, people scalp too, okay, with a lot of money. Sometimes flow is triggered by scalpers. I think that if you are trading on the stock market in any capacity and you do not or are not thinking about a long term portfolio of some sort, you're probably that's another dynamic that's actually mentally, um, it's it feels good to see your money that you're earning off of trading go into investments. It's probably one of the most satisfying feelings. So I really think that I don't think that people should be trading without some type of long-term plan, even if it's short, even if you're shorting the U.S. economy in some capacity by buying an inverse stock or something like that. So yeah, you should be looking. I think that it's you should not be trading unless you know what it means to have a something of a long-term portfolio, because what that would mean to me, and I feel like, coming from being a poor individual, like there's probably like a sense of just there's a lot of people who got into this because everybody had fast cars, fancy things, things were shiny, it looked good, the pandemic was happening, people pumped those up, you know, it happens. But a lot of that has caused people to get into this looking for that instant return on their investment, and then they're left with disappointment. So, because it actually takes some of your time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm glad that I spent the time to do it. So, yeah, I mean, people that I used to ask for money call me to, you know, they need help, or even for investment ideas. Feels a lot better. Would you consider like my 401k and IRA Roth long? Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying there should be something underneath, right? We don't want to rely on something wholly. That is like, okay, so again, I've said this, and it's just a lesson I feel like some people have to learn the hard way. I did. But if you could literally do what you need to do in 3 or 4 days in the market. You could do it in 2 days. You could do it in the morning. I think that if people would simplify this a little bit more, and just if you really think about it, all of the extra stuff, all the YOLO, like it is all really kind of a little bit of gambling, right? And that's where so many people lose. Again, there's an infinite amount of money to be made, and that word infinite for humans just doesn't compute. We just lose our shit. So like having an infinite knowing, people will sit at their desk knowing that damn well the market's not going to move, and then complain about it at the end of the day, being like the market was shit, but then like just didn't not trade. So again, not trading is like a power, a literal power, because when you think about it, once everybody gets that first kick, right, that first gain, that's it. It's over with for them. And not every time, there's people, level-headed individuals who get into this, but there's also those individuals who, they're like, I'm going to quit my job. Like everything is impulsive and emotional. Like that's yeah. Haven't taken a single trade, seeing nothing but chop and premium crush. Understood on that. Well, isn't that where I put money every month? What are you talking about? My long-term portfolio? Yeah, anytime I take profit. Guys, target on Amazon is going to be hit. This is obviously kind of an otter trade. Just because I'm really long on this one, but we're going to fill that gap. So if anybody's in anything shorter term, maybe we see maybe I honestly, with this type of resiliency holding up against SPY, it doesn't seem likely at the moment that we fall immediately. So, but wait for this gap to fill at 2505. Strong Apple breakout. Remember that stocks are, so one of the reasons that I haven't taken anything, you guys can see on this chart, it is very obvious. We are up against something. Period. End of story. Nobody can tell me different. And that's right here at 150, 170. I can't bring myself to take something here at this, nor will I. I know where we're at. I trust my analysis. I don't think that means that it has to reject, but we're running up against a supply zone, right? So just on a key level premise, we would possibly pull back here. You can expect, I would say, with a higher probability. There goes the gap fill on Amazon. That's 2505. Perfect. Do you guys see that wick? Did you see that? Perfect money, dude. So I'm going to grab. I'm holding on to that put still, but I might end up grabbing another. Below 2475. I'll grab another put below the 9-day moving average. What did I say about Geely HKG? I didn't say anything about it. You had me thinking I was tripping here. I was like, what? So anyway, that being said, look at Apple. It's in the channel. If it breaks the channel, all is well. We can move to the upside. If it doesn't, it's got a lot of room to the downside. It's got a 146 at the moment. So I would highly recommend that shorter expirations and Amazon not be greedy in this situation. This is a obvious place where people can take profits. This is a gap fill to the T. The only level that I have above it is 25, 2360. I bought an Apple call on Friday last week at the end of the day. Dude. So you should be up a lot, right? Talk to me. What's going on? You're moving up to what I would say is a great target right now. I don't know what your plan is here, but check Google. It's running with Amazon? Okay. I imagine that's neck and neck. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, same thing. Amazon seems to be just a fragment weaker. Um, I wonder if I take profit on this long and then just re-enter. You can if you want. That's an option for you if you wish. Spy going back down here. Sisyphus, how did you get into Victoria's Secrets, dude? They kick me out every time. I'm just kidding. But no, the spreads were insane. Do you think it raised or fall? Do I do harmonics? I don't like intentionally do them, no. Harmonics are natural. They're going to occur in the market regardless. So yes, I mean I do, but no, I don't. Harmonics in three, obviously is kind of a bread and butter thing for me. Stay patient, everybody. All right. You do not have to enter this with me. Again, riskier. My risk is on right now. We're moving to the upside. But I'm gonna grab a Facebook put here. This is going to be, I would say, more or less of a day trade scalp. I am going to be hitting the weeklies, and I am gonna go ahead. So I'm looking at taking about five of these contracts. They're currently outside of the money about 268, and so due to the fact that we're going up, and I'm taking what I'm obviously calling an early entry and the Qs are up against resistance, this is a very risky play, but I am taking this play and my stop loss will be high of day, but I'm going to go ahead and start legging into that now. So once, hey, please, can I get my shit? Thank you. Okay, so I have one, as of right now, I have one Facebook put. Okay, I'll show you, I'll pull up Facebook really quickly. There's Facebook on the three. All right, adding another one here, 280, 282. I'm a little greedy today, guys. 197.40. Target is also low or open of day. Watch the open. I'm going to add another one here. 310. Okay. We're at 315 now, 320s. Getting close to this moving average 197.50. That's going to be a bounce. We already did it before I could even say anything. But let me mark out these key levels if you're watching this with me. It's kind of hard to switch gears sometimes, but Facebook's doesn't make it very hard to do it. There's our levels here. And I tell you what, candle push below 197.50, I'll add the rest. Are you scalping Facebook right now? No way. Let's go, dude. I love that, man. Yeah, when me and Big Step are aligned, man. It's a beautiful thing. Someone should write a song about it. Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, looking good right now. I could do with a less of a bounce here, but we've got 3 minutes left in this candle. I'm not freaking out about it. Just hold what it's got. Hold what it's got. All right, we've got one, two. So maybe we go back up to high of day. All right, just like I scaled in, I'll scale out. Those are back down to the OG fill. Right now, I'm going to let it do its thing. It just needs to stay right here, right below this 178 or 198.75. But I'll scale out as I scale back in. No big deal. There we go. That's money, dude. A little bit more for me, please. I might add another one. I might add one more if we get that move right here. I'll go ahead and add another one. I'll say 198. I'll cut one here if we move past. So right at 198.95, I'll cut another one, but looking good so far. Or excuse me, Spy. We got a bounce on Spy. That did go and hit. It's not there yet, but it basically almost filled the entirety of its gap. I still think it might tap 413. The Qs. I'll pull this up really quick. Shit. So the Qs are what's obviously moving this up, but again, we have still a little bit of time. Take a look at this really quick. This is where we are at. There could be another spike up on the Qs. Doubt it, but Qs have a gap that is not filled yet, and I do believe that we're gonna fill or touch some of that gap right now. Um, fuck it. I'm gonna add another one on Facebook right here. 293, 295. Thank you. All right. Does Bank of America still look good? Not from my house. Downside, yes, it does. Have patience. All right. I am pretty much in the full lot for Facebook. Shit might get crazy though. I might hit the gas here. Daddy's gotta pay some bills. I feel like I should go to the bathroom, No, I was kidding. I'm at the 195, 197.50. I'm right outside of the money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it. Do it. I will five lot you again, Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. I tell you what, next little step down. You don't have to trade it just like I do. Next step down, 197.15. Big Stepper and me, dude, hand in hand. We're like Power Rangers, dude. Yeah. Not Teletubbies. The fuck? Look at that stoicism right there. We do. Damn. All right, so I'm trying not to think like a scalper right now, but I'm watching the damn 1 minute, so I've gone Big Stepper. I'm gonna continue to hold. I'm gonna scale out of two of them. Damn, that's money. Let's go. Woo! Eat that level up. Sorry. Shit. Let's go. That's what's up. All right, 196.60. Next step down. Again, it's still not. There's still no room to be greedy here. You know, if my size and my risk management at this point, I could cut the play and be good to go. Um, we are giving it a little bit of a bounce. Nothing crazy. All right, I need to go do some analysis. What are we looking at now? The one dynamic that I'm hoping, and I don't think we're gonna see it, but I was hoping that we're not gonna like find some random ass support here and send it back up to the upside. But it seems pretty straightforward what's about to happen. So we could see a retest of the 197.80 level. But I think ultimately that Facebook staying below 197.80 candle close is good for us for continuation to the downside. I clapped my hands way too hard just then. It hurt. If you want to TP on Facebook, feel free, and I think that's a great play. If your account Tesla's dumping, watch Tesla below 746.55. You've got another little level there, 740, and then you've got honestly the target for today would be 720 for Tesla. That's my target for Tesla. All right, 1 minute candles don't cause me to fold. All right, I'm chilling. I'm watching. Hold my apple call. If you get into a call, you need to know why you got into it. So if you're asking me, that means we have more to learn, more to absorb. So if you're holding something and it's going against you, and that's where people taking over, like, obviously analysis. But right now, I don't know what you're in. I don't know what you've taken. I don't know what your risk management. So like all of that stuff, is kind of up to you. You know what I mean? If you're green on it, it's always good to take green. I see Apple moving down with the rest of the market and hitting 149.24. So if that means something to you, give me my money's up. You suck. All right, I'm out on half of the whole position now. Half out, gone, bye, thank you. Are you trading on your cell phone? Oh my god, dude. I commend you. Heikenberg. What are we looking at all these other stocks for? Just look at Facebook. The Qs are dumping still. I'm watching that above. Look at that patience in the morning. All that patience, y'all. Not as exciting as what everybody else does. Everybody wants to be moving and doing something, but damn, that's money, dude. Put it on a cracker. All right, well, I'm out by 50%. If that means you're out all the way, that's a wonderful play. You've done crushed it. Is there more downside? I think so. Can it go retest 197.50? I don't want it to, but yes, it can. It's got a little 200-day moving average below 196.60. I'm quite certain that we will drop down to the 195. I'm still in position. I have secured profit. I do not speak Japanese, but I would love to because that whole sentence just looks really cool. Hello. I wish I knew something in Japanese to say, but then I would just make it sound terrible. Thanks for the breakfast, Zuckerberg. Let's go, big step. You know what? I should create mini trading terminals. It's just like a little laptop, just a brokerage. Don't tell anybody about that. All right, I'll give you guys a cut. Should you cut what? The Apple call? Brother. Yes. I'm not telling you to, but there's probably a good chance to do that earlier. I was sick last week trading on my cell. You ever traded from a cell? Just kidding. Just watch 2 or 3 stocks and said all. Yeah, if you move down in screen size, just move down in stocks that you're watching. It's that simple. Give me my money, Zuckerberg. What cryptos are the best to buy? I don't know if there's any of them. Uh, yeah, I know Konnichiwa is one, but how do you say I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Is that Korean or Japanese? See, now it sounds like I'm so American. Nihongo ga hanaseru. That means oh shit, that means I can speak Japanese. Oops. I meant to say I can't. If you're in Facebook right there, another beautiful leg down. If you're holding runners with me, those are up really, really nicely. We're cooking with Crisco right now. Yeah, I meant to put can. Check Amazon. Got it. Yeah, give me a second. It's likely going to go retest the 2450 level. Highly likely that that happens. I'll give you 2437. I'm out of Apple. All right. So think about this in the next time, Turtlicious. If something is not going up and you see these weak candles and there's no, that's your sign, right? That's enough for me. The first initial move up, you guys saw. I didn't really move off that. I took Amazon, but I was meaning to swing it anyway. There is, if you're in something long and you see it slowing down, same thing there. Y'all, you are banking right now if you're in Facebook with me. This is delicious. I kind of want the whole gap. That's a lot of gap. I'm gonna leave runners here. Excuse me. Sorry. Rude. Baba is being stubborn. Yeah, any good day is for puts is a yeah. Look at Baba. Wow, wow. That's a divergence, unfortunately. Do you do crypto, bro? I do not do the crypto, man. I will when it's not terrible. So, really quickly, if you are in Facebook, I'm out of another one here. I'm gonna go ahead and take some profits again here. I'm out here. Not all the way. I've got two left. So take that how you want. I think we should bear flag here. I might even lot it again. I don't think that we get the whole gap, but I'm also watching the 1 minute, right? It is entirely possible that we go down, further. I would say that a safe target from here is 195.50 and 195 even. Those are both good targets for Facebook. Um, Hell yeah, man. What a solid entry there on Facebook. Big stepper, dude. Thank you, brother. Both of us. We got to start having meetings in the morning, dude. We need to start aligning the watch list, dude. I don't think there's ever been a time where we both have to cut. Maybe even on live. Listen, when I can pry, I have to physically go and get him on live. I would have to physically go in. I feel like that's where we're at now. He'll hop on one day. We gotta tell we gotta start a chain. That'd be groundbreaking. He is paid. What do you mean? We just paid taxes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right there on Facebook. Beautiful. Shit. Beautiful. Echo, take a deep breath, bro. Instant gratification. I know it sucks. This is just like in boot camp, right? They put you in uncomfortable situations because that's where you learn. Stay strong, right? When people ask for strength, they're oftentimes given situations that require them to be stronger. So, yeah, go get breakfast, separate, figure. This is right now where you build healthy habits on how to stop yourself. Because it's you who you have to fight at the end of the day. So you do it. You know what I'm saying? But you got it, bro. We're here. There's more plays, right? This could be the start of something pretty cool. This could be a dip buy. So don't be discouraged and yeah, don't just see right now. We've got more time, more trades. The market does this all the time. If you made re-enter them, just immediately boxer, just immediately re-enter. Like if you accidentally exit, don't just if you have the opportunity, just re-enter. You know, as long as you know you're at. I mean, there's no point not to. Another one. I added. I'm sorry, guys. I added again, just like I said I was going to. I just added two more, so I'm going to exit the original one that I had. I had two left, right? I've got four now. I am now going to go ahead and close out of another one here. Bank of America was another really good play. This one's still got 36.40 on the mind. Quick clarification. So SPY was said to hit 420 today, but that is who said that? Me? So there is like when we say obviously we don't know, like we that's why we do all of this work, right? We do all of this work to give us even an idea of where it needs to go in order to get there, right? So Facebook or SPY gave today. I said this very like I think this is one of the first things I said. I will not take any upside plays until SPY breaks 416.50. It never did. And therefore, that was all the sign that I needed that it's going to go back down to support because if it has a gap, this is something that is pretty basic here. I love that I'm making money right now. Like I'm printing on Facebook and teaching as well. But it had a gap below, right? It was up against resistance on low volume. I might take profit on another one here. I don't like the volume. The volume is too slow. I'm gonna go take another one off the table here. Two of them. I'm gonna take two off the table. So I'm getting down to runners. So we got one left now. If you'll sell, can you broker man? Sorry, thank you. Getting a little antsy there. So what I could do right now, if I really felt like I wanted to get the entire gap, which I feel like could be a little bit greedy, but my size obviously has allowed me to get in and out and make some pretty good profits here. But if you're like holding one, you can actually roll your contract out. There is the remainder of the gap. You could go with next week. Shit. Um, you could go with next week, and you could hit that 190 strike, perhaps. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm probably going to. I don't. So one thing that I'm trying not to do right now is I'm trying not to be greedy. Number one, I'm also trying not to overextend myself or like see what's not there. I see the 194.37 target for Facebook, but I don't see much more after this. This is an ascending megaphone. Um, there's a tons of names for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's on the third wave. One, two, three. One, two, three. We're going for our fourth. So this could be a dump. This could be one of those dumps where you see pull back to the supply, which is I would say first we have 192 and then we've got 190. So what I would do here is go to the daily if you're trying to figure out the moves and figure out where you're at on the chart, where your nearest zones are. So for Facebook, looks like 190.75 on the daily. So all right. Well, I do think that we might get a little bit of a bounce here. Might allow us to These were your cell signals? Oh, there you go. I had no idea what I was looking at. I was like, why is there like white and teal blocks on your chart, dude? Um, I do think that we'll get a little bit of bounce here. That's going to be good. We want that. That could open the play up again, right? Because what do we have right now? We have clear targets to both the downside. There's a little bit more in there, right? 200-day moving average, point of control, confluence, everything is all right there. So if we get a good retest, I mean, I would say that a better retest would be around 196.15. If it gets there, you can just reshort it, or you could do what I did at the top, right? Because remember we scaled in beautiful like that. If you think it might go up and you have the liquidity to scale in, you can do it. Add one here, right? So let me just do it for an example. So add one here, right at the money. Or if you're in next week's contracts, obviously a little bit different, but um, I'll add a 192.50 actually. I'm not going to go for the 195s. So I'll just add that, and that'll be one that I scale into because if I lose anything, it'll be like $30 on that. How can you describe your trading style if you don't use? How would I describe it if I don't use fib? Fibs are. I mean, I don't like fibs are great. Like, don't get me wrong, fibs are awesome, but fibs are not my end all be all ever. Like it's just not a thing. All right, so somebody asked me to look at Square. Hot dang. Dang. The, I'm about to run out of the room. Ooh. Y'all remember the analysis on SQ? Dante, is anybody remembering this with me, or am I losing it? The bear flag. Oh man, this thing looks. I mean, it's not over yet. It's currently at its 9-day moving average, right? That's 85. That's a psychological number. It is 100% possible to bounce if the market would have to bounce, right? The market just broke the Qs and SPY just broke support on a lower time frame. So we're about to go find where our support is currently. But if we do continue to fall, then you're going to find yourself at 8107. So I would say currently you are actually with Square you are actually holding a channel. So check it out. Look at the 5 minute here. Yeah, if any of you on TikTok made money off of Facebook, always love to see the gains. So throw those in the gains page in the Discord. You don't have to be a member. I'm actually thinking about deleting the gains page. So while it's here, I'm thinking about it a lot. Thinking about having a gains group or like a something. I'm looking for 83.50 for SQ downside. Um, oh, that's the target. Got you. Yeah, I would say 83.88. Oh my God. Made 325 face on Facebook calls. You mean puts? Well, what I don't want is I just don't want people to see something. I don't want new people. That's it. Facebook's gonna bounce here. I'm almost certain of it. I'm actually gonna cut that put that I just entered, and I'm gonna wait. I know there's a better entry at 196. I'll cut it here. Still got my runners, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here because I know that it's gonna go and retest it. At least I think I do. I think I know everything. Just kidding. No, you're okay. You're all right. I have to delete that. I'm still in Baba downside PT of yes. I don't even have to look at the chart. Yes. When is Powell speaking to Biden? It was yesterday, I thought. Okay, well, Facebook decided to. That was, damn it. Okay, I was wrong. 100% wrong. It looked like it wanted to give a retest. Oh well. Still making money on it. So if you're in Facebook, Looks like the Qs gave the retest, but Facebook did not. So Qs did retest, Facebook did not. Oh my God. Oh! Oh my God. What? Oh my God, dude. No. All right, anybody still in Facebook? Anybody still in Facebook? I'm right now as we're speaking. I just added two more of those 192.50s. Just really quickly. I think we might end up seeing like the gap fill. I already entered those. It may go and bounce and retest on us now, but I'm gonna exit that first entry. So that last runner that I had from the very top, I'm cutting it right now, and I'm allowing myself to stay in the play with cheaper contracts. So if you can't do this, don't do it. Just take your profit and leave. I'm making this more complicated for myself, but don't do what I'm doing if you don't have to. I'm just looking to play this thing through the gap. Really, this is enough. That's enough. And so those contracts at 325 are currently at 450. So that was great play. Yeah, everything that I'm doing right now is running. Is just runners. If it bounces right now, I'm not scared. Like I'll just add another one. But it's giving us a retest. So the Q. I went to Mark Zuckerberg's house, dude, and I drowned him in Sweet Baby Ray's. No, just kidding. I I don't know. We just ran up to resistance yesterday. I kept saying the same thing. I was like, man, the market just not picking it. That's That's what they'll say. Yeah. Yeah, that's the catalyst. But for me, the chart, dude. I mean, Rollman says this a lot. You know, the chart. Oftentimes you'll see it on the chart, and that's what I saw was the chart. So if you don't want to lose money on Facebook, there's still 100% the possibility of retesting here. Yeah, that was yesterday. I think that was like when it came in, and it started to cause things to chop around. But we needed this pullback. We actually really needed it. I think Spy, dude, could go. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked me if is the PC still clean. Oh, it took me a second to realize what they were talking about. Yes, my PC is safe and sound, running smoothly. Not the time to come and chime in with that, Atlas. Nope. You need to know the context of what I'm talking about. Yep. He just said not mine. Oh God. I tried to save him. Go to my TikTok. It'll all make sense. Oh man. I'm out. I'm out of Facebook. Too much for me, guys. I'm making it complicated for myself. I'm out. Sorry, Atlas. I'm out. It's fine. I don't care. I didn't lose any money on it at all. I have one left. That is literally the stop loss on that one is 195.75. But I'm out of everything that means something to me. So the play is done for me. But congratulations if you got in. That was that was probably just as far as scalping because this was kind of a scalp. But that is how scaling in is the best. It's the best. I love it so much. It saves me so much stress. So what's up? I didn't go that hard. I mean, I spent some bucks, but yeah, I know you can. You and Manny usually will call me out because I scaled in and out of Facebook a couple times, so that was about as textbook as um scaling in and scaling out gets for me. I'm actually still about to make money on this thing. I think I might go for the gap fill now, but no, I used I was clicking. I was using good risk in a bear market, slightly off, but yeah, I'll be like, I think I'm gonna scale into this lightly. I'm like, are you already in pretty heavy? I'm like, oh yeah. We get damn, dude. All right, I'm out. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and TP Facebook. Holy shit, that was amazing. That's it. That's it. If you re-entered with me, if you didn't cut when I just cut, doesn't matter. I don't. I again, you can see things get a little bit messier as we fall. I'm out. That is so good. I might have to go print this out and frame it. Um, so I really like the way that you worded this. So I appreciate you asking. I'm new to the chat. Can you say if you're talking making hundreds on Facebook or making thousands? I understand it's personal. Thank you for asking that way. I did make more than 1,000 or a couple thousand on Facebook just now. So um, not anything insane. I'm not making like $10,000. Um, but yeah, I'm using size. So somebody who bought that very same contract still would have saw a great return um, on that. But don't you love volume? Just look at the tape, you'll see him. I feel like if I don't walk away right now, I'm gonna get FOMO. I'm gonna double down on my actually, I really shouldn't even say anything. The Amazon play I took earlier, I'm gonna grab another one. Okay, and that's it. So this is not a play. This is a I'm actually managing my portfolio in some regards if you want to look at it that way. So well, it is 10:30 in the morning and we're paid. It's got to close underneath there. You got to oh never mind, it is. Holy shit, yeah. Look at it. It just flushed right through it. Maybe wait for a retest. You might retest that level now, 410, and then break down. Anytime I break through a level, and close underneath it, then I expect to retest it. If I break down and then bounce on top of it, I expect to consolidate and then break, and then usually you won't get see an immediate retest. I'm back from yesterday. Exactly. Yeah, I would. I concur. I don't like the chop at support. That usually is a sign of a reversal, and they'll build bearish setups there. So if you're an SQ, or if you're still in Facebook, I mean you're a madman, but or madwoman, or mad whoever you want to be. But that is mad day. There we go. That's just what I was thinking of. But they mad. Um, 129, 30 would be the target there ultimately if you were again, if you did if you rolled yourself out, I don't know. Nobody's been talking today. Everybody's been quiet, which I assume is good, which means you guys are busy clicking buttons. But um, yeah, that if you did roll out, that probably wasn't a bad move either. So short Apple heart, short Google heart. Yes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't go trying to like full We'll send it now. You know what I mean? Rolling out like, yo, does anyone my age remember riding the big green wheels when you were kids? I used to do some wicked shit on that thing. Like the big green, the big wheel in the front.
Who's that?
I'm 30 years old. Has nobody ever heard it? Don't tell me this is like the Bernstein Bears and it's all just made up in my head. Is it? No, it's like the tricycle, and it's like you have the big giant front. It basically for drifting.
Guys, if you're still short on the S&P sky, just be careful right here.
Um,
You're getting close to that 408 54 level. If you cut through that, your next support on SPY is roughly 407, 407.15, that area. If you cut through that 408 54 level. So just keep that in mind.
let me. So I actually have a target here, Atlas, for you, and I think it's going to be really, really accurate as far as where we're going to fall today. Um, I would say
On the S&P, what do you think?
407.35 to 406.80. There it is. That thing looks dumb though. Why does it look like that? That's not the same thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I'm about 20 cents lower again, so we're pretty close.
So yeah, let me show you. Let me. So in combination, we've got a hourly 50-day EMA. Look at the live trading real quick. So this. So we'd either have to bounce here and then move up, but we have a gap, and that gap seems like the most, or even just the top, which is 406.80. You know, 406.
You have either. Oh, you have what do you call it? That's why your EMA is slightly different than
Yeah, extent you got to take that data away. I switch back and forth. People ask me all the time, which is better. I think it's there's no. I think that it's inherent.
It's different. Like
There,
I don't know if there's one.
there's no better. It's worth looking at both.
If you would call one being better, I think if you really want to look at like pre-market and after hours, you need to look at futures. Like that's going to be your better like calling point if you want to look at pre-market and after.
So
But if you don't want to do that, just
yeah, I would say there's also if you ever look at a chart and it like even on the hourly, it doesn't seem clear to you what it's like there's no setup, you can't find a pat. That's when you'll actually see pre-market data come into there. So
yeah, that's true.
I need a lesson on premiums. Huge tire in front. Tires are made of plastic. What are you talking about? Tires made of plastic? No, it's pin plastic. I've been sustainable since age one, dude. What are you talking about? I made it myself. I took a VSCO put and it's down and I'm not making money. I did not take it either. Well, I did not take the VSCO or the Victoria's Secrets put. I don't know why I keep trying to like acronym it. The spreads were disgusting. And therefore there was no money to be made on it. But damn,
I was surprised by it. So you did not run well spot or something. I was kind of expecting it to move to the upside a little bit.
it's in its own it's in its own flush period, it seems like. Yeah.
Back
Hey, Turtlicious, you're the one who brought up Bank of America up to me, and we did all that analysis yesterday. I'm not being hard on you, but um, kind of am. We did all of that analysis, and it did exactly what we talked about. Exactly. And remember, I talked about scaling into position, not worrying about 5-minute candles, but knowing the overall setup is short. You literally flush dumped today. So if you are the one who saw that, I only clarified it. So that means that you need to start focusing. I don't know where Apple came from. If you already in it from last week, that's great. But if you were looking to get into Bank of America, man, this was probably as about a perfect of an entry as you could have asked for, including the target, the remaining target of 36.23. So, and I only say that because I know that you're you know, going through, you're struggling. So if you want to make it back, you got to start at some point. You just have to pick up the pieces and try again. So if you're nervous, well,
Feelings for a donor.
well that well that I think that if I'm from what I mean, obviously we're talking through this, but I think for the most part he's cool, cut down on the influencers or any other people. He's just kind of focusing on a few, and then you know I don't know about ticker wise.
Yeah.
We went over like a small account watch list, and if you're in a small account, that's obviously what you should be doing. Is curating a watch list that fits. But anyway, if you are overextended too, you know, go ahead.
I wasn't trying to call them out or anything, just bringing up a flaw that a lot of the time.
No, it's a thing for sure. So, but the confidence is where if you saw it and you did see it, which means that you are seeing the setups. That means that you have the talent. You've obviously put in the work to do so, but your confidence is not allowing you to take action. That is the next step. You need to take action because at some point there's setting stop losses, looking at higher time frames, right? If your contract is out 2 weeks, which it should be because you want to be trading in slow motion, you do not want to be trading in scalping. You want to be trading in slow motion. Scalping is attractive to new traders because the money looks really cool, but you also can lose that amount of money just as fast as you made it. So it takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of putting a little bit of risk out there and getting burned a lot. Um, you know, and figuring that out. So, you know, all that being said, you know, you saw this play. So that means that you're doing, so that's good and you're on the right track. So, you know, any comments about losing money or attitude changes, you should focus on what you are doing right, which is identifying things. And now, once it's clarified, you got to take action because there's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to do. At some point, you either are the person who makes the move or you are the person who reacts to it. It's that simple. So, end rant. Press F11, please. What does that do? Does that shut down the computer? Oh, it full screens it. Damn. How do you know my computer like that? Don't do that again. Now you can do that again. Cool. Made me 300 more Roku in about 1 minute. Oh God. Oh, Roku when you started scalping? Yeah. Jazambo. Jazambo, are you in yearlies? Are you on our yearly? Okay. That's fine. I want you to DM me really quickly, okay? I know we've been talking about a meeting. We gotta talk soon, okay? I want to make sure that there's a few things because I you have great goals, but we gotta start like you know whether via just to DMing, we gotta start finding the structure in which you're gonna get to those goals because there are multiple steps that you got to take in order to even reach that. You know, you can do that in your personal life, you know, like just saving up and stuff like that. But experience wise, you know, there's some things that you're going to have to start practicing and some patience that's going to have to be shown too. So good job today, though.
Stringer. Stringer. It was my favorite video again. Like we're that in straight in the range. We didn't break down like with style, didn't break down with the cues. It held its support, especially on the pre-market.
Yeah, it's in the range.
Like I would want to trade that. Yeah, here's what you can trade. You can trade the range, so you can trade up the top to the bottom to the top.
Mhm.
Like you can do it that way, but it's just not. I would want to trade it. Right. It's my personal opinion.
I'll throw one thing out there on NVIDIA, which would likely explain. I hate when those lines overcross. Hold on. Might explain setup that you're trading right now. So look at that. Yeah, yeah, winter. Those are the kinds of things that you want to look for. You know what's most important to me is the structure, right? So starting from the monthly down to the daily. If you are trading a brand new stock, if I'm calling for a stock and you've never traded it, take the time to start on the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Like seriously, take that time and then you'll understand the structure in which you're trading in because the 5 minute feeds into the 15 and then the 30 and then the hourly and then the 4 hour and the 4 to the daily to the weekly to the monthly to the 12 month, like it all feeds into each other. And so knowing what is going on above is often um, uh, a looking glass for what's going on below. So
Matt, what type of experience do you have in software engineering?
Matt pretty much just invented computers inside of
He's just in years.
he used to download himself the data.
Yeah.
Levi halted due to news pending. I have like 43 shares of Levi.
Opposite. Okay. So yeah. So you're not creating from scratch. Like, do you have any ML stories?
Do you have any MLM experience?
No, no, no.
I just I just sorry. Atlas best find his own company. Leave.
No, ML is machine learning.
That was the joke that I made yesterday. Doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of machine learning.
Kind of.
Yeah, you're literally, yeah, yeah. And doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, like that seems like machine learning.
It's automation.
Right?
Cost automation is really important to business. It's huge, really. There's like a lot of there's a lot of money and to be saved.
Easy as does it say the word? Hold on. It does. Steezy as fuck. STEEZY as FUCK. It's just a lo-fi channel that I listen to, and I find artists through it. Like, yeah, that's it. They have Spotify, so you can check them out. But I think you're gonna see your leg down, possibly. If you do get another leg down on Facebook, but man, that bounce was on the money. Guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go ahead and take my that is the definition of insanity, but it's also the machine learning, which I'll have to send this meme that I saw about that. It's really funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I may come back. I will come back for Power Hour if the market does give us a good move. I still see SPY down to that support, but we may just be buying time until then. But this today, textbook, I feel like we should go over the Facebook trade today. This is the time as well. If you made money, don't move away from this. You can think about it like you would have to think about a loss. It's something to learn from it. So if you have a minute to review your own trades, write down where you went wrong, the little intricacies. That's how you can those little tiny things is what you can work on to kind of improve your overall game. But Turtlicious, right now there is not a lot of volume. You could wait for the setups to build and then come back. Yes.
Did somebody? Sorry, Gary. Did somebody ever post like days? Everything been released, or we're still waiting to release?
Hey, Mr. F10 man. How do I make my screen go back? Okay, just hit the same button. Thank you. Damn it, Cave Bear.
Thanks, Cave Bear.
Huh, what do you think? You Atlas is the best friend or something? comes in my yard every day. I don't know why. He's pooping in my yard, bro. Hold on. Smells like summer outside. AKA allergies. All right. Could I look at Baba before I go? Yeah. No, I had to go in. What the plays? The plays are over, Brad. What do you mean? The plays are done. Baba is going. We'll go back to 92.88. I don't see any other way around it. Honestly, I see Baba back down to 91.
Yeah. Yes, you gotta do it. That's IGA.
That one's got a beautiful gap above and below it, so be careful. But you got a gap down below 970 and then one above you at 1250.
So has that.
I don't see anywhere below 2400 for Amazon, but honestly, at some point, you know, this thing's likely it is holding a bit of a divergence, um, holding up against the market. It did pull back. It took all the gains that it made today away and more, which is why I got the hedges in the first place. I think that we could see again 2400 or even as low as 2392. Are you planning to trade Power Hour today? If there is a setup. All right, everybody. Rod Stringer, do you feel like that's well, I guess I mean Nvidia didn't really move the same way. Um, I mean, do you make money? I know that that does sting, you know, to take something and then watch something else move harder. I know that sting all too well. But remember, Rod started. No, you're not, man. You've been doing really well. I mean, the setup wasn't bad, so I don't give you. I wouldn't say that what you did was wrong. You know, sometimes you don't realize something's going to hold a divergence until it does. Bro, there is a bunch of random things happening to me right now. Somebody's just pulled up in my house, so I gotta go. Yeah, somebody just pulled. Who is this person? I think you might have the wrong house, lady. I missed SQ. If you missed today's trades, do okay. You can read all the books in the world, you can do all the information, but it doesn't matter until you're in the situation, right? And in the situations, that's the most. So it may not feel like an important lesson, but right now, um, as you go through these emotions of FOMO, right? When we ask for, you know, to gain strength, what do? We go weight train. We don't ask to, but when that's what we're seeking, so we put ourselves in this situation to build strength. If you are in the situations to build patience, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to get yourself and find yourselves in situations that require you to be patient. Right now, you are being required to be aware of your own self, your own thoughts, impulses, and do something about them, right? Either sit there and watch them as they bubble up and just move through them, or, you know, go keep yourself busy because that is literally the secret sauce there. I stripped cast iron pans yesterday to keep myself busy because I was mad. I was mad frustrated with the market. So I just cleaned my cat. That's not like super important, but it just kept me busy. I have a problem with ugly cast iron. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah,
it's
I
like
had a couple that have some rust.
Don't ever throw those away, dude. I gotta wait. I'll put them in a electrolysis bath or something.
Dude, tell me because I seriously don't even get rid of this.
Put your cast iron pans in the oven on self-cleaning and go to sleep. Well, maybe don't go to sleep, but yeah, that's it. Then scrub them off. Maybe do it a couple times. Steel wool. That's probably the most basic way to do it. But electrolysis is a good way to do it too.
Okay.
Don't ask me how I know that shit. I don't know.
Well, you are a
Just
whatever cooking, so
how is ricey today? I don't. Probably the same thing as it was yesterday. Damn, it went up like I said it would, but it's barcode traded, dude. Damn, it did go up. Holy shit, I was right. Damn. I still think that you go 125, but yeah, Lodge sells kits to help clean cast iron. I used a power washer one time.
sure.
I had to. I thought it was fucked up.
Right? It works. It
I
works.
use a power washer on my bathroom rugs, and my carpets. Yeah, hell yeah. I have a clothes. I'll just hang up like a clothesline and just or hang them up against like a ladder, and then like I'll do that and then wash them. I'll do that and then wash them. But like my kids will walk in to the bathroom with like a whole earth worth of like dirt, and it yeah like just stomp right into the microfiber rug. Like you do know you're supposed to step on that when you're clean, and they're like, look at all this dirt. What is barcode traded? That means that it's just computers trading shit.
Algorithms are
Yeah, there's nobody there. There's literally you could scan. I'm sure that if you went to at least one store in the world would accidentally ring this up as like some type of item. Look at that.
I would be surprised. If you got rid of Wix,
There is no Wix, dude. I mean, well, I guess there is like in there. Look at it. Look.
Wix Hacker.
I just posted it on in live trading.
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's right. Nokia did trade like that for a long time. So did Levi. Levi traded like that. Uh, oh, that's right. Yeah, I have 43 shares of Levi. Oh yeah, they got halted down.
Look at that. You call, right?
And maybe they're partnering up with Kanye. I am a chef, but all my recipes feed 60 to 100 people. Damn. Yeah, I have that problem too. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna, dude. When I cook though, I like to go ham. Like I don't like to cook for myself. I'll literally make food and not eat it. I don't know why. That's so weird. Does anyone else do that? Is that just me? Like I'll cook a whole meal. I love cooking all food. I think I have enough people on here to vouch for me for the cooking thing.
Yeah.
I'd be slapping the skillet. I did work as a I started as a dishwasher. I thought you said you were poor once. Yes, good food. I shop at Whole Foods now. That's why I trade. To pay my Whole Foods bill. That's funny. Um, yeah. Neo. I think you still go down, but damn, Neo went up today? What the fuck? Oh, it didn't. It just held. You got a bull flag on the 15.
Yeah. Sorry, just sorry.
$20.80. I can't stand leftovers. I'm not. I don't. Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't cook. Oh, when I cook food for people, I don't cook. Like I will like lose my appetite. Like it's really weird. I've been since like I was like forever. Yes, yes. What if I want to eventually start a long-term account? You should have a long-term account. If you're trading, I feel like you should at least have something, like speculative shares. You could manage it, but it's worth having there. Um,
Please. Sure.
oh yeah, bear flag 3 minute Facebook. Be careful because you still have support. 3 minutes on Facebook's showing a bear flag though. Here's the mail. I'm not gonna do it.
I can't wait for that. You said
Can't wait for what?
that. They just trade like shit, man.
I hear all kinds of different terms. What does making a play mean? It means like trading, taking a trade. If you're that new, go into the Discord and go to the step by step, go through the definitions and stuff like that. So
You love that. They had some news yesterday. I don't remember what the news was. John, do you know what the news was? Well, that could have been pretty decent. It's a good. The volume's not as high as yesterday, but it's still pretty good.
well, do you do week long trades or only day? I do day trades and week trades. Yeah, I've been in leaps for months before. I've been in trades for weeks, decades. No, not really. Mullen, I would short Mullen here, off the rip, straight up.
What's the news? I believe there's is in the chat. I'll get it real quick. Let me see if there's anything sitting here beyond that.
Oh, you're good. You're good. That's fine. It's not that much. Yeah, delete that. Oh, do you just they had another. They actually filed one too, saying that they were tweeted poorly. Tesla.
Okay, well then I wouldn't trade based on the news.
Mullen, I would actually, if I was in equity, I would take an equity short out on this one with a stop loss of 168. I would likely enter here. I don't know, probably $300 to $500 or 500 shares. And I would start. I might add to that just slightly. Before it gets to after it crosses 153. But ultimately, I would be looking for Mullen to possibly give you a move to 145 to 146 today. But this is one that I would not short with options. I would have to actually go in equity, which I wouldn't do because I have no interest in doing that. So I was going to go short Facebook at one. So I would just wait. I mean, I'll make a power hour. If you guys remember this morning, like that was a perfect example of delayed gratification. We sat and watched as things went up, felt like we were missing some things, volume died down, and then the plays happened shortly afterwards. So I just feel that right now, if you're new and you saw everybody take these trades, that you're likely feeling a lot of FOMO right now, and the cure for that is to walk away. If it's not high probability or it's a pattern that's already broken, you're FOMOing. So if you're just trying to jump into something, you're FOMOing. So just take your time. And again, and I'm about to take off now, but again, my last comment or thing that I'm going to say here: if you're new and you've been doing this, I've said this already again, for less than 6 months, stop trying to do everything all the time. Focus on one thing and learn about it. Okay. The allure of making money very quickly and possibly even while you learn sounds great, but most people can't handle both of them. So tighten up your exposure and start getting down to the basics. It's that simple, and you build from there. But if you're just getting into this and you haven't been doing, and if you don't know what strategies are out there, if you don't know what the strat is, if you don't know what supply and demand is, then you're trying to sprint before you're literally a fully developed fetus. So I would highly recommend being patient with yourself, taking your time, and yeah, giving yourself the chance to win, because nobody comes into this and just does it. Okay. And it's one of those like situations. I'd love to be special in that. And like I have a pretty good success story, but I still got eaten alive. If I would have put all of my money in there, I wouldn't be here today, straight up. If I wouldn't have averaged down, or if I wouldn't have started taking profit on my small accounts while I learned, I would have repeated the same process over and over again and quit. So give yourself a chance to win, y'all. But anyway, know anything about a wash sale? Nope, never heard of it.
Watch sales and tax.
Die. We just don't talk about that.
Oh, you did. It's actually pretty solid years, but I would still take it.
Hey, everybody on the TikTok, tell us what
Pretty
he's
fine.
saying. How much money you guys are selling for free?
Apparently they tested a near polymer battery, and the results were really, really good compared to just traditional. So it said the data supports solid state polymer battery cell technology when scaled to the vehicle pack level, and that 150 kilowatt equivalent can deliver over 600 miles of range on full charge for the Mullen 5 EV crossover. So they make their own first. I didn't know that. I think they just made their EVs. But it's interesting. It'd be interesting to keep on watch if that news continues to bubble up. But the EV market's not that super, super hot right now. So your option, like this trade, essentially is just gonna run because it's a low float and it's a penny. But you'll get dumped on pretty hard. Also, you're really close to a really strong rejection point between 177 and 193 is a lot of resistance. So keep that in mind.
I grew my own raspberries, so I'm about to make that for real. I watered the never mind, I'm not gonna say it, never mind. That's embarrassing. Up 350% this week. That's right. $50. Nice. All right. Well, I will go over this really quickly. What the fuck dot do. So really quick, which maybe not. I clearly have deleted some of them. So the indicators that I use, and I'll make this. I'm not going to go into each one like in depth, like what it is and stuff like that. I just tried to do the same thing 3 times. Okay, so number one, the most important is volume, always. Without volume, I don't know the strength behind certain things. So that's number one. That volume, if you left or right click and go to settings, you'll see that it offers the input for the volume moving average. You can click on that and add a cloud. That's what I use right there. You can adjust the inputs on that one so that's a little bit smoother, or inputs a little bit more data in order to give you a smoother average. And then, so from there, I use my EMA system. So I use the 20, 50, and 200. The creator behind that, or the source code, if you need someone needs the code or whatever, that is by DK Swag. Sounds stupid, but it's the only one that I like personally. Um, DM me if you have all questions about the steps. I'm gonna do all of them at once. See what happens. Just kidding. Whole suite ribbon indicator. This one's obviously to be taken with most indicators with a grain of salt, but does offer useful trend shifts. It's also useful when you cross below it, as you have today with SPY. So all of those things, including being useful for long-term equity and even short-term options, is one of my favorites. 9-day moving average, pretty obvious. Pivot points, I use those to back up my levels. I do use the fibs, but I lay them myself, and that's usually if things are just unclear to me. I feel like you can see the balance levels for the most part. in concurrence with my pivots. But volume profile, that lets me know the strength behind each price. So almost when you look at it like the volume at each level. So say SPY was to dump and just ferociously dump, the first place that we could expect it to go is 396, where the volume lies. If we're just looking at this data point. So I use volume profile. VWAP, I do not use VWAP a lot. I'll be honest with you, I've kind of lost touch with VWAP. A lot of people use it religiously, and I'm grateful for that because it's a great indicator. But I feel like I forget about it. But I do keep it there to remind myself. And then lastly, kind of a odd indicator just because it's not in use all the time. But I use the 500 HMA as a smooth moving average that kind of comes in as like one of those like random. It usually will show me confluences, so I'll see alignments with downtrends or key levels, and it comes in as a very strong moving average. When you lose it or you close below it, oftentimes you will see a major trend shift, and that's where we're going to right now. So oh my god, yo, that's a beautiful garden, dude. Like really beautiful. I love that a lot. That's really cool. Yeah, I would just go sit in your garden. I love gardening. Really? You don't listen to death metal? Sometimes we'd be just putting the spinach in the ground. That shit just piss me off. I'm shorting blueberries right now. Oh, I can't help you with the 30-day wash sale stuff, dude. I don't participate. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I'm very good at acting.
Here, I'll make it simple. If you sell something for a loss, wait 30 days before you buy it.
There you go. Um,
Done.
there you go. Done. Yeah, that's yeah, I didn't even put any thought into it. I just immediately was like, no, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. I feel like I'm good at acting in a play or behaving in a play, but I can't find my own plays very well. Any advice? Um, so what kind of plays are you looking for? Are you day trading, scalping, et cetera, et cetera? Here's the simplest way to do it. Okay. When you're new, stick with where people go. Okay. Think of it like a farmer's market or like the mall or something, like whoever's sign is the flashiest, the most popular store, that's where people are going to gravitate normally, right? Apple, Microsoft, you have banks like Bank of America, you have airlines, American Airlines, Delta, you have semiconductors, AMD and Nvidia, right? Those are the like the main staples of each sector. So you could go through the sector. You could even do it this way, right? You could go and look at what the top holdings are in SPY, QQQ, SMH. You could go and look at those things and see what the top holdings are and then pick that from there. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have liquidity and you need volume. And with volume, you need people. And if people are going to be attracted to the companies that are already doing well, or have already established themselves. They are safety, right? People run for safety in companies that are strongest. So you go to what is strongest, what is going to move with the market overall, right? Because how do you make up SPY? By a bunch of other companies, including Apple, Microsoft, et cetera, et cetera. No longer Tesla.
Real quick, if SPY makes a low and low in the next 15 minutes, I think we're gonna see some more downside. This little, or if it doesn't, it's gonna make this little shitty double bottom.
I bet you $100 that SPY goes to 406.65 at least.
So someone want to take me and get it.
Anybody going up against us?
That's where I'm thinking. I'm thinking 407, but yeah, 406 works. All right, Rod, which way you going? I already don't know. Yo, Levi just capped up huge. Holy shit.
Let me go check my long-term portfolio. Holy shit. Dang, look at that thing. It just, And then it dumped immediately. Dumping immediately. They got new pants. That gapped up to supply. It's going to retest the middle of supply, which is right here at 1850. That's where it bounces, or it goes back down to 1818 or 1813. So I feel like I've made a good watch list, but my entries are hot dog water.
I thought it was actually that you were gonna put something in shit, bro.
I know.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
They got new pant. Tesla looks like it's about to fall further. I personally think that we fall further.
Yo, Levi was just saying, what gap? What gap?
They bounced right off that. Does anybody have a Facebook runner? Is anybody in any madmen or women out there, or ladies or people or whatever? Is anybody still in anything? All right, then nothing, not worth mentioning. What did Zoom do today? It didn't go down. What the fuck? Yo, that means that we can short it again. Sisyphus. Sounds like an infection or something. Sorry. Like a Sisyphus. Like, I got a bad Sisyphus. Sorry. But Liam, if you want, I would recommend anybody on Facebook to be trimming. He just slammed into my like last target that I had for today. Anywhere below this is 190. I had 192. But I think I might be done for the day. I mean, really, this was a sweet day. If anybody in Amazon, anybody in that spread with me, I'm actually making money on it right now. Good balance there. Baba and Spy Put, it goes up and down. Yep. All right. Wonderful day. Have a good day, everybody. Be patient. Who, Levi? I don't know. Trust them. Hold on. Just go to Benzinga, dude. Go to Benzinga.
Levi introduced his plan to accelerate growth, profitability, and
Yep, they do. Yeah. Board of Directors announces 750 million share repurchase authorization. Introduces plan to accelerate growth, profitability, capital return to shareholders. Sees FY2 sales 9.9 billion to 10 billion. Yeah, so it looks like they did. I mean, it's kind of smart, you know. Are they dumping now? Yeah, they already got that.
if it's best use, I'd rather release it in the middle of the day because market makers aren't the one like dragging the hell out of a stock down.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have full liquidity. They don't have control, so.
Yeah.
Where do I see SPY? I said 406.75. I got SPY calls in the morning, June 3rd. Should, oh, man. If you did not enter a trade, if you enter a trade, if you have to do it on a post-it note, do it on a post-it note. Write your exit, because absolutely, I mean, at some point, certain positions become unadvisable. I can't, there's no opinion, there's nothing, like, at some point, it's just dead, right? And, like, at some point, it's, like, too far. It's gone too far, and that is a real place in, you know, max pain damn near, where you just have to accept a heavy loss. And so if you entered calls this morning, you know, I feel terrible that, you know, you had to hold, but make sure that in the future when you're entering something, that even if you don't know, ask. I mean, like, some people are just entering something and you have no plan. There's no plan, and then they feel like the insane anxiety. Yeah, it's delicious. The Qs, my friend, I think I'm gonna take a $300 put on them for next 2 weeks out. Look at that nasty gap down there. You know, Qs falls harder than. I mean, we might not be out of the woods. I don't want to get greedy here. I mean, we could still leave, but
The only way, the only way the market is going to continue to slowly down is if the Federal Reserve comes out and is dovish. That's it. And because if they're more dovish, that means they're not going to raise interest rates by as much as they said by the end of the year. That's
we're
the
here.
only way I see the market read.
We're,
Accelerating is nothing else, unless the war with that would probably never get to rebound.
I think there's bleeding up, but I don't think there's much more than that. Like I don't. Yeah. Just yep. At 100%. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. Okay, so I'm looking at June 15th right now.
But like as always, we'll let the chart tell us, and the news kind of dictate which direction we're going to move. We're going to trade, right? So.
No, it's gonna go with my bias. So it is entirely up to you. Obviously, these are getting a little bit pricey. If you're looking at QQQ, even 9 days away. If you are green for today, maybe don't. My stop loss is really tight. I'm taking a $300 put for June 10th right now. Please, this is one of those ones that even if I lost 50% on it, it would suck, but I would be able to come back from that trade really easily. So these are still shorter in expiration. They're good right now, 9 days away. But I'm entering this one and I'm holding. So if it bounces and retraces, that's fine. So if you're not entering this trade, and I'm looking long right now, I want you guys to look at this one little dynamic here that I find very, very interesting. This is the megaphone that I was talking about. Look at you rarely see megaphones on the lower time frames like this. Look at this. Yep, we're falling, dude. Look at the megaphone. Look at that on the Qs. So the Q is going back to that 200-day moving average right there. That's $300 on the dot. So that's what I'm in. Yep. All right, friends. I'm out. For real. Italian goodbye, dude. I need to go double check my 23andMe. All right, peace out, everybody. All right, I'm back. I forgot to leave my screen up. There you go. All right. All right, now bye.
Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday.